inhale. Vande Gurunam Charanara Sandarshita Svatama Sukhavabode Nishrayase Changlikai Mane Samsara Hala Hala Moha Shantye Abahu Purushakaram Shankachakrasi Dharanam Sahasra Sirasam Shvetam Pranamami Patanjalim. Coming into your Ujjayi breath, releasing the hands, the fingertips descend, shoulder blades descend. As you inhale, feel the drawing up of energy from the feet up through the inner thighs. Squeeze the inner thighs towards each other, connecting to your pelvic floor. And each one of those inhalations is going all the way up through your entire body, up to the crown, where you feel pulled up. And the exhales are going all the way back down into the feet, where the toes spread and find their roots. Open the eyes, find single pointed gaze, straight ahead, Surya Namaskar Ede. Ekam, inhale, press the hands together, wrap the shoulder blades around the torso. Dwe, exhale, navel in, fold forwards, look to your nose. Trini, head up, shoulders back. Chatwari, step back, gaze forwards and lower down. Chaturanga, elbows close to your sides. Punch, inhale, roll over the toes, lift the chest, look to your nose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Gaze between the feet or between the knees. One, for some of you might be able to look to the navel. Two, feel a straightness through the back of the neck, crown of the head towards the thumbs. Three, continuously press through the hands. Four, sitting bones back. Five, Sapta, inhale, step or hop to the front of the mat, gaze forwards. Ashtanga, exhale, navel in, fold down, look to your nose. Nava, inhale, lift the hands, reach up, look to your thumbs. Exhale, release the hands, Samastiti. Ekam, inhale, navel in, look thumbs. Dwe, exhale, keep looking forwards, then hands touch the mat, look to your nose. Trini, gaze front. Chatwari, step back with the left, then right leg, gaze forwards, lower down, Chaturanga. Punch, keep the legs strong, bring the pelvis forwards. Shut, exhale, down dog. 5 breaths. 1, checking the toes, same length. 2, feet are about hip width distance apart. 3, press into the hands, sitting bones back, feel length in the lower back. 4, 5, Sapta, inhale, step to the front, halfway up, gaze forwards. Ashtanga, exhale, navel in, look to your nose. Nava, reach up, look to your thumbs. Exhale, Samastiti. Ekam, wrap the shoulder blades round the sides of your trunk. Dwe, fold down, look to the nose tip. Trini, gaze forwards. Chatwari, hop backwards, Chaturanga. Punch, inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, lift chest. Exhale, down dog. 1, sound with the breath. 2, are the kneecaps lifting, heels reaching backwards. 3, lower belly in, breathe into the sides of your trunk. 4, trying to breathe out any tension you feel through the back half of your body. 5, Sapta, inhale, step or hop to the front, halfway up, gaze forwards. Ashtanga, fold down, look to your nose tip. Nava, inhale, reach up, look to the thumbs. Exhale, Samastiti. Ekam, inhale, Due, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale. Panch, inhale. Shat, exhale. 1. 2. Continuously push through the hands. 3. 4, particularly the base of the thumb and the forefinger. 5, Sapta, inhale, hop to the front. Ashtau, exhale, look to the nose. Nava, inhale, look thumbs. Samastiti. Ekam. Due. Trini. Chatwari, chaturanga. Punch, legs stronger, shoulders back. Shat. 5 breaths. 1. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. 2. Imagine the breath coming up through the inseam of the legs into the hands. 3. And on the exhale, pushing from the hands back into the feet. 4. Prana moving up and down the body each breath. 5. Sapta, inhale, hop to the front. Ashtau, exhale, look to nose. Nava, inhale, reach up. Samastiti. Surya Namaskar B, Ekam, bend knees, look thumbs. Due, hands to the mat. Trini, head up. Chatwari, hop back, chaturanga. Panch, inhale, keep the shoulders back, lift the chest. Shat, down dog. Sapta, right foot. Ground the blade of the back foot, reach up, look thumbs. Exhale, Ashtau, chaturanga. Nava, breathe into the collarbones, lift your chest. Dasha, down dog. Ekodasha, left foot forwards, ground the back foot, reach up, look thumbs. Dvedasha, fold, step back, chaturanga. Trayodasha, up dog. Chaturdasha, down dog. 5 breaths. 1. See if you can push into your fingertips a little bit as well. 2. Feel how that makes you reach out the shoulder girdle a little bit further. 3. Then feel the shoulder blades try and reach back towards the pelvis. 4. While the back of the crown of the head reaches towards your thumbs. 5. Inhale, hop to the front, halfway up, Panchadasha. Shodasha, fold down, look to the nose tip. Suptadasha, bend knees, look thumbs. Exhale, Samastiti. Ekam, bend the knees deeply, squeeze the thighs together, look thumbs. Due, hands to mat, look to the nose. Trini, head up. Chatwari, hop back, chaturanga. Panch, inhale, lift the chest. Shat, exhale, down dog. Right foot forwards, inhale, reach the hands up, try to square the hips, square the shoulders. Exhale, fall down, step back, chaturanga. Nava, up dog. Dasha, down dog. Ekodasha, left foot forwards, ground back foot, square hips, square shoulders. Dwadasha, fall down, step back, chaturanga. Trayodasha, full breath. Chaturdasha, down dog. 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. Lower belly in, lift your kneecaps. 4. 5. Crouch, Panchadasha. Shodasha, release the neck. Suptadasha, bend the knees, look to your thumbs. Exhale, Samastiti. Last one, Ekam, bend knees, inhale. Dve, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale. Panch, inhale. Shat, exhale. Sapta, right foot, inhale. Ashtanga, exhale. Nava, inhale. Dasha, exhale. Ekodasha, left foot, inhale. Dvadasha, exhale, Chaturanga. Trayodasha, inhale. Chaturdasha, exhale. Slow your breath down. 1. 2. 3. 4. 5. Exhale, Panchadasha, hop to the front, halfway up. Shodasha, exhale, look to your nose. Suptadasha, bend the knees, look thumbs. Samastiti. Pranangustas, now hop out to the sides, fold forwards, grab hold of the toes, front 2 fingers. And exhale, release the neck, look to the nose tip. 1, firming the front of the thighs, lower belly in. 2, push your toe down and then pull it with the fingers. 3, the shoulder blades come back and the elbows come out to the sides. 4, freeing up the rib cage. 5, inhale, head up, Padahastasana, place the hand underneath the foot, toes touching the wrists. On your next exhalation, release the neck, look to the nose tip. 1, lower belly in, start to firm the thighs if you can. 2, or you can always have a slight bend in the knees for any of the forward folds. 3, particularly if you've got lower back pain or any other kind of issues, safer to bend the knees always. 4, 5, inhale, head up, look forwards. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, come up, lower belly in, and Samastiti. Trikonasana, Ekam, hop out to the side, left foot in, right foot turns out. Reach forwards, take hold of the toe with the front 2 fingers, bending the front knee if you need. Gaze top thumb. 1. So the safety, are the feet placed evenly where they need to be? 2. Centered. Where is your core? Feel the core activate. 3. Alignment, head above the foot, reach up through the top hand. 4. Deepen a little, reach through the crown of the head. 5. Inhale, come up, right foot turns in, left foot turns out. And then reaching towards the back wall, take hold of the toe, gaze to the top hand. 1, safety, the grounding to the feet. 2, centered, feel the bandhas or the core, where is the pelvis in space. 3, alignment, head above foot, reach up through top hand. 4, lengthen through the crown. 5, inhale, come up. Left foot turns in, right foot turns out, revolve triangle. Fold forwards, place the left hand to the outside of the right foot, reach up through the top hand, or whichever version of this posture that you know. So you could have the hand on the left hand on the shin and right hand on the hip for the beginners. 2, reach through the crown of the head, sitting bones back. 3, feel the lower left ribs wrap under your torso. 4, twisting through the middle back, not just the lower back. 5. Inhale, come up. Right foot turns in, left foot turns out. Place the right hand onto the outside of the left foot. Raise up the left hand. 1, gazing to the top thumb. 2, crown of head forward, sitting bones back. 3, right side of the ribcage wraps under the torso. 4, 5, inhale, come up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Taking a wide step out to the side, Parsvakonasana, left foot turns in, right foot turns out. Dway, exhale, bend the knee, forearm to thigh, or the hand to the outside of the right foot. Left hand reaches up and over. 1, looking to the fingers. 2, reach through the fingertips, then pull the shoulder blade back. 3, press down firmly the blade of the back foot. 4, 5, inhale, come up to the center. Right foot turns in, left foot turns out. On the exhale, bend the front knee, forearm to the thigh, or the hand to the outside of the left foot. Reach up and over. 1, gaze to the fingers. 2, reach through the fingers and pull the shoulder blade back. 3, push firmly into the blade of the back foot. Most of your weight is there. 4, 5, inhale, come up. Left foot turns in, right foot turns out. And slotting the elbow into the outside of the right knee. Wiggle the torso close to the thigh. Ground the left hand and extend through the right hand. Or do whichever of those prayer versions that we've gone through. 2, squeeze in at the hips. 3, deepen the breath despite the twist. 4, the breath will help you deepen the twist. 5, inhale, come up. Right foot turns in, left foot turns out. Slot the elbow to the outside of the knee. Grounding the right hand, or keeping the hands in prayer. And optional, extend the left. 1, looking to fingers. 2, squeeze in at the hips. 3, that'll keep you centered. 4, and aligned. 5, inhale, come up. Exhale, Samasthiti. Taking a wide step out to the side, Prasarita Padottanasana A, hands come onto the hips, and fold forwards, bringing the hands onto the mat. Inhale, lift the head up, look forwards, bring your weight forwards, and exhale, releasing the neck, look to the nose tip. 1, eventually walking the hands back in line with the toes. 2, for some of you, eventually the crown of the head will touch the mat. 3, if it's already able to touch the mat, you might need to bring the feet a little closer towards each other. 4, 5. Inhale, head up, hold, exhale. Hands to hips, lower belly in, come up, and exhale. Prasarita B, opening the arms out to the sides. Exhale, catch the hips. Inhale, push the hips down, lift the chest up, and exhale, lower belly stays in as you fold, and look to the nose. 1, bend the knees if you need to. 2, but if the legs are straight, lift the kneecaps. 3, then feel there's even tension on the inner and outer ankle. 4, so not just pressing into the blades of the feet, there's some slight squeezing of heels towards each other. 5, inhale, come all the way back up. And exhale, keep that firmness through the thighs. Open the arms out to the sides and interlace the fingers. Inhale, straighten the arms, lift the chest. Exhale, folding over, keeping the shoulder blades squeezed together and looking to the nose tip. 1, can take a bit of sideways movement to deepen the posture. 2, keep active through your inner thighs by squeezing the heels towards each other. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come all the way up and exhale. D, inhale, catch the hips straight away and then fold forwards, take the toes, front 2 fingers, thumb is on the toe tip. Inhale, look forwards, bring the weight forwards, and exhale, release the neck. 1, so making sure the thumbs aren't on the mat, they're on the toe tip. 2, and then pulling the toes with the hands, so there's a bunda at the toe. 3,
Continuously push the big toe down though. 4, elbows up, shoulders away from ears. 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, hands to the hips. Inhale, come the rest of the way up. And exhale, Samastiti, feet together, hands by the sides. Parsvottanasana. Step out to the right hand side. Left foot turns in, right foot turns out. The hands come behind the back, clasping the elbows, or the hands in reverse prayer. Exhale, fold down, chin to shin, look to the toe. 1, as you ground the big toe of the front foot, the right hip reaches back. 2, as the left hip comes forward, the back heel pushes back. 3, lift the elbows. 4, chin eventually coming towards the shin, slowly moving towards there. 5, inhale, come up. Right foot turns in, left foot turns out. Square the hips. And on your next exhale, folding. I like to go halfway down in the first breath. And then each breath after that, I'll gradually deepen further into it. 2, ground big toe front foot, left hip reaches back. 3, ground the heel of the back foot and the right hip reaches forwards. 4, lift the elbows. 5, inhale, come up. Exhale, Samastiti. Utthita Padangustasana. Take the right leg up, either holding onto your knee or holding onto the toe. And then optional, on your exhalation, folding chin to shin. 1, lift the elbow. 2, working on straightening the supporting leg. 3, lower belly in. 4, 5, inhale, come up. Exhale, take the leg out to the side, or just take the knee out to the side. Gaze over left shoulder. 1, lift the chest. 2, 3, opening through the right groin. 4, 5, inhale back to the center. Exhale, optional forward fold, chin to shin. Inhale back up. Exhale, release the foot, hands to hips. 1, point the toe, bring the right hip back. 2, lower belly in, suck the thigh in. 3, lift chest up. 4, 5, take the leg down, other side. Left leg comes up, take hold of the knee or take hold of the toe. And then once you straighten the leg, there's the optional forward fold, chin to shin. 1, lower belly in. 2, lift up from the core. 3, elbow up to help keep the foot up. 4, 5, inhale, come up. Exhale, leg out to the side, or the knee out to the side, gazing over the right shoulder. 1, lower belly in, chest up. 2, try and straighten your supporting leg. 3, opening through the left groin. 4, 5, inhale, back to the center. Exhale, chin to shin, lift the elbow. Inhale, come up. And letting go of the foot. 1, catch the hips. 2, squeeze the elbows in. 3, feel the lower belly working the most. 4, even though it's the thigh that's burning. 5, bring the leg down. Ardha Baddha Padma, Padmottanasana. The right leg comes up. Close the knee joint, knee comes out to the side, heel to the navel and across the top of the left thigh. The right hand comes behind the back, taking the elbow crease or the big toe. And then on your next exhalation, forward fold, hand to the side of the foot, release the neck. 1, otherwise just stay upright is fine. 2, knee reaches away from the hip. 3, 4, 5, inhale, head up. Exhale, inhale, come the rest of the way up. And then the same way you came in, take the leg out, Samastiti. Other side, left leg comes up, close the knee joint, heel up to the navel, and across the top of the right hip. Left hand comes behind the back to take the elbow, or take the toe. And if you've got the toe, forward fold, hand to the mat. 1, looking to the nose. 2, knee reaches away from the hip. 3, keep the lower belly in. 4, 5, inhale, gaze forwards, hold, exhale. Inhale, come the rest of the way up. And then lifting the knee with control, take the leg out. through vinyasa. Ekam, look thumbs. Dway, hands to the mat. Trini, head up. Chatwari, hop back, chaturanga. Punch, up dog, squeeze the shoulder blades. Shut, down dog. Sapta, hopping forward straight into Utkatasana, chair pose. Bend the knees deeply, squeeze the thighs together, look to the thumbs. 1, deepen your bottom. 2, lower belly in. 3, triceps roll in towards each other. 4, wrapping the shoulder blades around the trunk. Look the thumbs. 5, exhale, fold down, hands to the mat. Inhale, lift and hover. And exhale, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Step forwards with the right legs, Virabhadrasana A. Ground the blade of back foot, reach up, look thumbs. 1, ground the heel of the back foot, left hip reaches forwards. 2, evenness is on the right foot, and then the right hip reaches backwards. 3, triceps rolling towards each other, look your thumbs. 4, 5, keep looking up, straighten the front leg, right foot turns in, left foot turns up, bend into left knee. 1, right hip forwards as you ground the back heel. 2, left hip sucks back, keep the left foot planted. 3, triceps rolling towards each other. 4, 5, open the arms out to the sides. Warrior 2, lifting the left middle finger. 1, knee still above the ankle. 2, opening the hips to the side wall. 3, tucked elbow and lower belly in. 4, soft hands, soft face. 5, keep the head low, switch to the other side, left foot in, right foot turns out, looking to the right middle finger. 1 is the knee above the ankle. 2, feel the opening is through the groins. 3, soft hands, soft face. 4, strong back leg. 5, windmill the hands to the ground. Inhale, lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Cross the ankles, sitting down. Dandasana. Feet are together, hands beside the hips. Lower the chin. 1, following the sound of the breath. 2, gaze into the nose tip, or you can just close the eyes, it's fine. 3, 4, 5. Paschimottanasana. Inhale, take hold of the toes, front 2 fingers, look up. Exhale, folding down, look to the toes. 1, push the toes forwards, the shoulder blades come back. 2, squeeze the ankles towards each other. 3, is the lower belly in, bandhas active. 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, take the sides of the feet or take the bind around the front, holding there. 1, 2, if your chest is already touching the thighs, you can relax the neck, look to your nose. 3, otherwise best to look to the toes. 4, shoulders back, chest forwards. 5, lower belly and inhale, look up. Exhale, inhale from the rest of the way up. Cross the ankles, vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hop through, coming into seated. Purvottanasana. Hands 20 centimeters behind the buttocks. Inhale, lift the hips up. Point the toes, ground your big toe. 1, squeeze the thighs together. 2, lift from the center. 3, 4, 5, coming down, cross the ankles, vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Ardha Baddha Padma, Paschimottanasana, sitting down and bringing the right leg back, comes into lotus, heel in line with the navel, right hand comes behind to take the elbow or the toe. If you've got the toe, forward fold, taking side of the foot, chin towards the shin. 1, square the shoulders. 2, if you're upright, make sure the lower belly is in. 3, squeeze your shoulder blades towards each other. 4, 5, inhale, head up. Exhale, inhale the rest of the way up. Cross the ankles, vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hopping through, coming into seated. Left side, fold the leg back, so it's the same way in as you did with the standing posture for the lotus. Left hand comes behind the back, take the elbow or the toe, and then forward fold, taking the side of the foot. 1, so whether you're upright or folded, keep your right leg very active. 2, work the shoulders to square. 3, lower belly in. 4, 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, inhale the rest of the way up. Crossing the ankles, vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hop through, come to seated. Triangulika Ekapada Paschimottanasana, fold the right leg back. Heel to the side of the buttock. And forward fold, you can keep the hands either side of the foot, or taking the foot, or binding the left wrist. 1, chin to shin, look to the toe. 2, strong left thigh. 3, helps maintain the balance. 4, try and move your core to your right hip. 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, inhale the rest of the way up. Vinyasa, step or hop back, chaturanga. Up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hop through, come to seated, folding the left leg back. Square the hips, and forward fold, taking the hands either side of the foot, or binding the right wrist. 1, gaze as big toe. 2, firm your right thigh. 3, 4, core moves towards your left hip. 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, inhale the rest of the way up. Vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hopping through, come to seated. Janushirshasana A. Folding the right leg back. Press the foot to the inside of the thigh, the big toe now reaches down. Increase the gap between the ribs and the hips. And line the spine up with the thigh bone as you forward fold. Taking the foot, or binding the left wrist. 1, shoulders back, chest forwards. 2, 3, right side of the rib cage moves to the left inner thigh. 4, 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, inhale the rest of the way up. Optional vinyasa in your own time. Left leg folds back, press the foot to the inside of the thigh, the big toenail reaches down. Increase the gap between ribs and hips, and forward fold, lining spine up with the thigh bone, binding the foot or the right wrist. 1, look to your toe. 2, firm your right thigh. 3, left side of rib cage moves to right inner thigh. 4, 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, inhale the rest of the way. Vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Janushirshasana B, hop through, come into seated. And then folding the right leg back, sitting onto the heel. Heel is pressing into Mula Bandha, pelvic floor. And then forward fold, taking the ankle, foot or the bind. 1, so the heel's pressing between your anus and genitals. 2, firm at that area, then lengthen through the crown. 3, feeling like it's a straight rod going up through the spine. 4, 5, inhale, look up, exhale, inhale the rest of the way, vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog, exhale, down dog, hop through, come into seated, sitting on top of the heel. Heel presses into the mula bandha, forward folds, taking hold of the ankle, the foot, or bind the right wrist. 1, looking to the toe. 2, feeling the straight line from the pelvic floor up to the crown. 3, 4, shoulders back. 5, inhale, look up, exhale, inhale the rest of the way up. Through vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hopping through, come to seated, Janushasana A. Janushasana C. Bring the right leg and heel in towards the navel, flex the foot back, right hand goes underneath, takes hold of the toe and turn the toes downwards, press the foot to the inner thigh, lift the navel up and attempting to bring it to the heel as you take the foot or you take the bind. 1, push the foot into the thigh. 2, reach the knee slightly away from the hip. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, inhale the rest of the way up. Optional vinyasa in your own time. Bring the left leg back, heel in towards the navel, flex the toes, left hand goes under the foot, grabs the toe, and turn the toes to face downwards, flexing them into the mat. Lift the navel onto the heel and binding the foot or binding the wrist. 1, shoulders back, chest forwards. 2, pressing the foot to the inner thigh. 3, knee slightly reaching away from the hip. 4, we'll help it open a little bit more. 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, inhale the rest of the way up. Through vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hop through, coming into seated. Marichyasana A, fold the right leg back, heel in towards the buttock. Reach forwards with the right hand. You can take hold of the instep of the foot or wrap around, binding the left hand or the left wrist. Chin towards chin, look to the toe. 1, lots of weight into the right foot. 2, squeeze the thigh towards the ribs. 3, chest forwards, shoulders back. 4, 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, inhale, come the rest of the way up, release the leg. Vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hop through, come to seated. Left foot comes back, heel towards the buttock. Reach forwards. For beginners, better to just grab hold of the instep of the foot and stay there for a while. And then once you can, wrap around and take a bind with the right hand or the right wrist. Chin to shin. 1, gaze to the big toe. 2, squeeze the thigh to the ribcage. 3, attempt to straighten the arms. 4, if you've got the grip. 5, inhale, look up. Exhale, inhale the rest of the way. Release the leg. Vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Marichyasana B, hop through, come into seated. Fold the left leg back into the lotus or place the left foot under the thigh. Right foot comes in towards the buttock. Reach forwards with the right hand and optional wrap around, taking the bind. Or if you have a strap, you can also use that to help you with the bind. 1, so relaxing the neck, just looking straight to your nose. 2, this time allowing the forehead just to come downwards, allow the back to round a bit. 4, I missed 3, didn't I? 5, I think the counting's been a bit off today. Lift the head up, release the leg. No, fella. Oh, first mess up. Okay, optional vinyasa in your own time. The other side. Fold the right leg back into the lotus. Then the left leg comes back. Reach forwards with the left hand, wrapping around, binding with the right hand or the right wrist. Lift the chest and then relax the neck, look into your nose. 1. So find a stable base between the thigh and the foot. 2. So right thigh is grounded, left foot is entirely planted. 3. 4. Soften the upper back. 5. Inhale, look up. Exhale, release the leg. Through vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Hopping through, seated, Marichyasana C. Right leg comes back, heel to the buttock. Right hand plants behind. Lift the left elbow up and slot the elbow in, either keeping the hand in the stop sign, or if you can bind, wrapping around. Try not to look down, keep the gaze at eye level. Take the bind and looking over your shoulder. 1, strong at the navel. 2, press the leg into the arm and the arm into the leg. 3, then taller through the crown. 4, breathe into your chest. 5, inhale, look center. Exhale and release the leg. Optional vinyasa in your own time. Left leg comes back, heel to the buttock, left hand behind, raise the right arm up, slot the elbow in the outside of the knee, torso close to the thigh, and optional, wrap around, take the bind. 1, lift the chest tall through the crown. 2, keep your right leg active. 3, left shoulder rolling back. 4, push the leg into the arm, arm into the leg. 5, inhale, come center. Exhale, release the leg. Vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hopping through, coming to seated. Marichyasana D. The left leg folds back. Right leg comes in. So alternatively, you can have the left foot under the thigh again here. And then twisting, looking over your right shoulder. Lift the navel as far across the thigh as you can. And then take the elbow in. And wrapping around for the bind, if that's your option. And 1, lift the chest up. 2, if this is painful, ease back. 3, so very challenging pose. 4, 5, look to the center, release the leg. Optional vinyasa in your own time. Second side, fold the right leg back, either the leg into lotus or the foot under the thigh. The left leg comes back. Lift the right arm up, slotting it into the outside of the knee, and optional, taking the bind. 1, lift the chest up, roll the left shoulder back. 2, shoulders are away from the ears, long neck. 3, tall through crown. 4, 5, inhale to the center, exhale, letting go. Vinyasa, hop back, chaturanga. Up dog, down dog. Jumping through, come to seated, Navasana, boat pose. Lifting the feet, lifting the hands. 1, soft hands, soft shoulders. 2, save your energy for the core. 3, point the toes. 4, 5, cross the ankles, inhale, lift the bottom up. Exhale, coming down, lifting the feet up again. 1, so if you need to, bend the knees. 2, better than having lower back pain. 3, 4, 5. Cross the ankles, inhale, lift up. Exhale, slowly down, third round, lift the hands, lift the feet. 1, 2, lift the chest. 3, all the strength is here. 4, 5, cross the ankles, inhale, lift the bottom. Exhale, coming down. Lift the hands, lift the feet. 1, shoulders back, chest up. 2, 3, 4, 5, cross the ankles, inhale up, exhale down, last round. 1, shoulders back, chest up. 2, lower belly in. 3, 4, knees squeeze towards each other. 5, hop back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. So for some of you, take rest now for the next 10 minutes or so and rejoin us at the finishing sequence. Otherwise, those of you that are wanting to continue, hop through, coming into Bhujapadasana A, crossing the ankles, and optional, coming into B, forward fold, flattening out the back. 1, crown of head forward, sitting bones back. 2, lift the feet off the ground. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale. Inhale, straighten the legs, Titipasana. Fold the legs back, Bakasana, and then hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Kurmasana, hop the legs around the arms. So you can do it the same like Bhujapadasana. And then lowering yourself down, straighten out the legs, bring the hands behind, and working the legs straight. 1, chin towards the mat. 2, 3, lower belly in, protect the lower back. 4, start to firm the thighs. 5, inhale, head up. You can either walk the feet in and come into the alternative version of Supta Konasana. That's kind of like a butterfly pose with the feet and the hands trying to bind behind. Or if you're working on, or if you can do legs behind the head, you can already do it on your own. It's the left leg that goes in first, leg behind the head, push the thigh back. Then take the other leg, foot behind, hook the feet, and then forward fold into it. Binding hands. 1, 2, if you can, point the toes as well. 3, lift the knees up. 4, thighs back. 5, hands to the mat. Inhale, coming up. Exhale. Inhale, lift the bottom up. Uncross the legs, Titipasana. Inhale, bring the legs back, Bakasana. And exhale, Chaturanga. Or just come out of the pose any way that you know. And inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hopping through, coming into seated. Garbha Pindasana. Fold the right leg into the lotus, then the left. Or just easy cross legs. Bear in mind, you don't have to take the hands through the legs if you don't know that yet. If you can't do that, just hold the thighs. But those of you that want to, I like to wipe some sweat onto my arm so I can get the arm to go through the leg. And I always start with the right hand first. Imagine it slicing through like a blade going diagonally in, and twist as you go through. Twist as it goes through. You may want to take some time to just flex the arms into place. Oh, bit stuck today. There we go. Good. If there's any pain on the knees, just ease back, go to the previous version. But if you're all the way through, then placing the hands together, and if you can, place the chin onto the hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the hands to the forehead and 9 times around in a circle. Exhale back, inhale up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rock yourself up into Kukatasana. Balancing on the hands, lift the chin up. 1, look to your nose. 2, 3, lift the knees. 4, 5, lower yourself down. Take the arms out if they were in. And then through Vinyasa, step or hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hopping through, come into seated, Baddha Konasana. Bring the heels in towards the groin. And the thumbs are on the insteps of the foot. Fingers on the outside, lift the chest up tall. And then forward fold, keeping length through the waist as you fold. Chin coming towards the mat. 1, keep the elbows close to the sides. 2, allowing the knees to slowly come down. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, come up. B, bring the chin towards the chest and forehead towards the feet. 1, breathe into your upper back. 2, check lower belly still in. 3, 4, spine up between shoulder blades. 5, inhale, curl yourself back up. Release the feet. Through Vinyasa, step or hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hop through, coming into seated. Supta Upavishta Konasana, sorry. Bring the feet 90 degrees apart and forward fold, taking hold of the sides of the feet on the blades. Thumb is on the blade of the foot as well. And chin towards the mat. 1, shoulders back, chest forwards. 2, push the heels down, firm the thighs. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, head up. Exhale, lift the hands, lift the feet. 1, point the toes, looking straight up. 2, bring the feet back. 3, shoulders down. 4, chest up. 5, cross the ankles, step or hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hop through, come to seated. And straightening out the legs. Supta Konasana now. Onto the back. Bring the feet over the back of the head like you were coming into a plow pose. And the feet apart, 90 degrees. Grab hold of the toes. 1, push the shoulders down, lift the sitting bones up. 2, firm the thighs. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, rock yourself up into seated, balance for a moment. And then exhale, landing on your calves. Head to the ground, inhale up. Exhale, inhale, cross the ankles, hop back, Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Jumping through, come into seated. And lying down flat on the back. Supta Padangusthasana, left hand stays on the thigh, bring the right leg up. And optional exhale, chin to shin. 1, just like the standing pose. 2, keep both legs straight. 3, you're trying to point through both toes. 4, 5, inhale, come back. Exhale, bring the leg out to the side, keeping the left hip and left shoulder grounded. 1, allowing the groins to open. 2, can help to firm the right buttock a little bit to help you on your way down. 3, 4, 5. Inhale, bring the leg up. Exhale, chin to shin. Inhale, coming down. And exhale, release the leg. Left side. Bring the left foot up. Take the toe. And exhale, chin to shin. 1. Point through the big toe of both feet. 2. 3. Crunching at the navel. 4. Chin to the shin. 5. Inhale, come back down. Exhale, taking the leg out to the side as you look over the right shoulder. 1. Keep the right shoulder grounded. 2. Try to ground your right hip as well. 3. Firm the left buttock a little helps. 4. Keep both thighs active. 5. Inhale, bring the leg back up. Exhale, chin towards the shin. Inhale, come back down. And exhale, releasing the leg. And you can roll back into Chakrasana, or if you don't like the Chakrasanas, which I don't, come back up into seated and hop back through Vinyasa. Up dog. Down dog. Hop through, coming into seated. Okay, rolling down onto the back. Upadana, bring the feet over the back of the head like a plow pose again. And taking hold of the toes. On your next inhale, rock yourself up, balancing on the sitting bones. 1, point the toes, bring the shoulders back. 2, lift the chest up as you look up. 3, keeping feet together. 4, 5, cross the ankles, hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hopping through, coming into seated. We're nearly there. Roll down onto the back. Urdhva Paschimottanasana. Roll the feet over the back of the head. Just like the last pose, but you take hold of the sides of the feet, take hold of the heels and the thumb is on the blade. And then inhale, rock yourself back up. Straighten the legs and moving chin towards the shin. 1, just like a forward fold. 2, but you wrap the elbows round the calves. 3, and squeeze them in. 4, 5, cross the ankles, hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Setu Bandhasana, cross the ankles, sitting down. Roll down onto the back. So you could explore the variations that we went through for this pose yesterday. Otherwise, the full version, if you're aware of it, take the feet in, 20 centimeters, lift the head up, crown the head onto the ground, cross the arms, and inhale, lift up. 1, push the head into the ground. 2, firm the neck. 3, strong legs. 4, 5, come down. Good. Chakrasana, or rock yourself up and hop back into Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Jump through, coming into seated. Straighten out the legs, roll down flat on the back. Urdhva Dhanurasana, heels to buttocks. Take your time to set up the hands. Or if you don't take wheel, just take bridge pose. So now at this stage, anyone who took a break at the half primary can rejoin and come for the finishing sequence. Inhale, lift the hips up, holding. 1, relax your neck. 2, firm the thighs, hips up. 3, attempting to straighten the arms. 4, lift the chest to the back wall. 5, and then lower down onto the head. Walk the hands in if you're on wheel. And then inhale, lifting up again. Spread the fingers, spread the toes. 1, strong thighs. 2, knees squeeze towards each other a little bit. 3, 4, hips up. 5, lower the head down. Walk the hands in again. And the next inhalation, lifting up. 1, hips up. 2, relax your neck. 3, chest to the back wall. 4, 5. Keep the heels grounded. Tuck your chin in and come down. So there's actually an optional chakrasana out here as well. I don't find that safe to do. I prefer after the back bends. Just bring the knees into the chest, giving it a squeeze, and rocking side to side. Just if there's been any overextension in the lower back, you can just ease that off, softening the lower back again, softening up the fascia with this gentle massage that you give to yourself. And then rock backwards and forwards a couple of times, and coming back up into seated. Straighten out the legs, Paschimottanasana. You can take the flesh of the buttocks out to the sides. Slow the breath right down now. For this forward fold, I like to draw the navel in, increase the gap between the ribs and the hips, and forward fold, just bring the hands onto the ground, just so it's not a very difficult forward fold. And very, very slowly deepen your way into the pose. I like to, on the inhalations, take another centimetre forwards with the fingers, and the exhalations just allow the pose to soften. Inhale, walk the fingers forwards, bring the chest forwards. Exhale, deepening a little bit further. Until that point where the fingers are in line with the feet, you can take hold of the sides of the feet, or if you're comfortable with it, you can take the bind as well. Keeping lower belly in. A lot of the attention is on the lower back, and just doing a depth of the pose that feels good for the lower back. This is the counter pose to doing Urdhva Dhanurasana, so back is in extension quite deeply in the previous pose. Now we do the opposite, bringing it into flexion and evening it out. Inhale, head up. Exhale. Inhale, come the rest of the way up through Vinyasa, hop back, Chaturanga. Up dog. Down dog. Hop through, coming into seated. Straighten out the legs and roll down onto the back. Sarvangasana, shoulder stand. The shoulders firmly pressed down, then lift the strong legs up. Reach up through the toes, hands to the back. So the fingertips will be on the ilium crest, so the top part of your pelvis, and just pushing into that bony area. And then as time goes on, you'll be able to walk the hands a little bit further down the back. Push the shoulders down so much that the nape of the neck lifts off the ground. Once you've found a comfortable position, then try and find stillness. I like looking at the toes and seeing if I can get them so still that they're not moving at all compared to the background of the ceiling. Halasana, plow pose. Slowly bring the feet over the back of the head. They may or may not touch the ground, depending on your hamstring length. But eventually, toes touch the ground, and optional, interlace the fingers and press the wrists down. Back of the thighs lift towards the ceiling, shoulders push down, neck is free. Karnapidasana, bend the knees, bring the knees to the forehead or to the ears. Keeping the feet together. There's a slight feeling of the tailbone descending towards the face. Straighten the arms if you can, otherwise keep the hands on the lower back. Maintaining deep breath despite the constriction there is on your organs. And then bringing the hands back to the back, fingertips pointing up, legs back up into shoulder stand.
Then Urdhva Padmasana, fold the right leg into lotus, then the left, or alternatively you could just cross the legs and either keep the hands on the back or place one hand on the knee, then the other. 1, push the shoulders down, knees up. 2, sitting bones reach towards the ceiling. 3, 4, feel the length through the waist. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the knees towards the chest, and then bind the hands. Dita, could you plug my computer in, please? 2, switch off. 3, 4, no, 5, 6, 7, 8. Rolling back down. Don't worry about it. I'm going to use this recording and post that up. Then inhaling, lift the chest up, take the back of the thighs, and roll the head back, and rest the crown of the head onto the ground. Take hold of the toes. 1, 2, reach the knees away from the hips. 3, squeeze the shoulder blades towards each other. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Padmasana, bring the hands into prayer, bring the feet like a boat pose, and straighten out the arms, straighten the legs if you can. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring the hands back to prayer, bring the feet down, lift the head up, and the back of the head, crown of the head onto the ground. Chakrasana again, or if you don't like Chakrasana, rock yourself up, hands through Vinyasa, hop back, Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Drop down onto the knees. Grab the elbows, setting up. And forefinger knuckles on the outer edge of the elbow, then interlace the fingers and pushing the wrists down. Bring the crown of the head onto the mat and the back of the head into the net of the hands. Tuck the toes, walk the feet in, and lifting the hips up. The wrists are pushing down firmly. The shoulder blades are reaching away from your ears. There's about 30% of the weight in the head where the head is pushing down into the mat to extend the neck, so the neck isn't relaxed or being dumped on. By pushing the head down, you extend the neck and support the discs from getting compressed. But then you want to further support it by that wrist down action, which brings that other 70% of the weight into your forearms. Keep the legs strong and reach up with the toes. Check the lower belly is in, lower ribs in, and we'll come to the pike version. Those that know it, bring the feet slowly downwards until the point where you can see the toes is usually where the feet, the thighs end up horizontal. Keep the shoulders away from the ears, keep the pushing of the wrists down into the mat. Back of thighs lift to the ceiling. On the next inhalation, bring the legs back up. And then bend the knees, knees to chest, bring the feet down. And coming into child's pose. Resting the forehead on the mat, the hands can be out in front or by the sides, whichever you prefer. Feel the sensation where the forehead touches the mat. And bring all your awareness to that area. Closing off the senses to nothing but that
Feeling at the forehead and your feeling of I amness being at the back of your back of your eyes. Lifting the head up, bring the hands onto the mat, lower yourself down, chaturanga, elbows close to the sides. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Cross the ankles, sitting down. Okay, Yoga Mudrasana, bringing the right leg into the lotus, followed by the left. Squeeze the knees in towards each other. Left hand comes behind the back, grab hold of the toe, or just grab hold of your right elbow. Otherwise, if you can, right hand comes behind and takes your other toe. Good, keep the sitting bones grounded and forward fold. And there's a couple of options with this one. You can either bring the forehead down onto the mat. It's quite a nice, more passive way to do it. Or you can look forwards and bring the chin towards the ground and then gaze to your nose tip. I prefer forehead to the ground. And then I find it easier to work on grounding both my sitting bones, since one sitting bone is always trying to lift up. You can also push your knees down into the mat, and that will help keep sitting bones grounded. Then the next inhalation, come back up. Thumb and forefinger touching. Straightening the arms and lowering the chin to the collarbones. Focusing on your Ujjayi breath. Feel there's a hollow feeling through your mouth where the resonant sound is formed. That the top of the throat is open and soft, and where you bring awareness back down to the lower part of the throat, there's just this gentle whooshing sound that you're listening to, allowing the sound of the breath to soothe your consciousness. The breath is deep, filling the entire torso, and your pelvis is trying to roll forward just that little bit more so that that can assist with the flow of prana up and down the spine. Bring the hands onto the mat. Utplati. Lift the knees up. 1, squeeze the pelvic floor. 2, lower belly in. 3, lift your knees. 4, spine up between shoulder blades. 5, 6, 7, we're going for 25. 8, 9, it's a quick count though. 10, 11, knees up. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, knees up. 19, 20, lower belly in. 21, bandhas. 22, 23, breathe. 24, 25, good. Jumping back, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Hopping forwards. Relax the neck. Then curling the spine up, coming Samastiti. Hands into prayer. Closing mantra. Svasti prajabhyaha paripalayantam nyayena magena mahim mahishaha ko brahmanibhyaha subhamastu nityam loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Eka. Inhale, look thumbs. Dwe, exhale. Trini, inhale. Chatwari, exhale. Chaturanga. Panch, inhale. Shat, exhale. Hopping through, cross the ankles, sitting down, and lying down onto your back. Take rest. Letting the feet flop out to the sides. Hands flop out to the sides and your palms facing to the ceiling. Deepen the breath into the belly, the chest, the head, all the way in. Let it drop out of the mouth. Soften the muscles. Deep breath in, all the way in. Notice where there's any tension and let it drop out through your mouth in. Another one into the belly, the center, the chest. Deep, deep breath. And letting it drop out. Nothing to do for the next few minutes. Just focusing on the breath. Noticing the sensations of breath. If the awareness is wandering to any other places, you can always tether the mind back to the breath.
deepening the breath. A bit of movement to your hands and feet. And then slice the fingers and stretch. And take your time, roll into one side, take a couple of breaths there. Come up to seated. Okay, well done. Drink lots of water. Hope you enjoy the rest of your weekend. Namaste.